Congratulations! I'm back with the latest anime schedule, wrapping up the list of overpowered anime coming in 2026. This is also a sneak peek at the new overpowered anime lineup for 2027. Some of these shows are likely to go viral and are definitely worth checking out. What are you waiting for? Get ready to jot down this exciting lineup of must-watch anime for 2026 and 2027. These shows feature main characters with incredible powers who really stand out. Keeping watching this video and stay awesome. Let's go! Great news for webtoon enthusiasts. Seed is officially getting an anime adaptation. Dandelion Animation Studio is working on the project, which is set to premiere in 2027. This beloved South Korean webtoon is the creation of Son Jae-ho, who also wrote Noblesse. Blending action, fantasy, and comedy, Seed is set in a world where humans possess extraordinary powers. The story revolves around Jiwoo Seo, a kind-hearted teen who can move as fast as lightning. He keeps his abilities under wraps until he crosses paths with Caden Break, the strongest awakened being, who ends up badly injured and has to turn into a chubby orange cat to stay alive. The master-disciple relationship between Jiwoo and Caden develops in a deeply emotional and respectful way. Together, they navigate a slew of dangerous awakened organizations while juggling their everyday lives. It also promises visually stunning, high-speed battles featuring lightning elements that are a real treat for the eyes. There's a manga series called Vermilion Mask by Dr. Poro that's been turned into an anime, and it's a wild mix of dark fantasy and action. The story revolves around a mysterious cursed mask that gives its wearer some insane powers. But beware, those powers can lead to limitless possibilities or unimaginable disaster. The story follows a young boy named Pele, who becomes an apprentice to a famous mask maker, Gaston Roux. Pele gets caught up with a terrifying mask called the Warrior God Mask, which takes control of him. This results in him unintentionally hurting his friends and even his master. Overcome with guilt, Pele vows to track down and destroy all of Gaston's dangerous masks to prevent this from happening again. Who would have thought that a girls love anime, often considered lighthearted, would actually deliver such a huge surprise? Starting with the premise of a deep emotional connection, I Want to Love You Till Your Dying Day successfully shattered viewers' expectations through its incredibly cool action sequences. The contrast between the warmth of the characters' relationships and the brutality of the battlefield creates an intensely gripping tension. The story of Yuri Drama by Aono Nachi is set in a war-torn world and follows a pacifist girl raised as a child soldier magician. She meets a mysterious immortal girl who, despite their differing views on war, sparks an attraction as they navigate the harsh truths of their lives together. This is a Roll2 studio that really went all out in crafting the fight choreography. The visual transitions feel dynamic, with smooth, fluid animation and magical effects that are a feast for the eyes, where every swing of a weapon and every life-or-death gamble serves as tangible proof of their solemn vow to protect one another. A legendary mage spends his whole life trying to master magic, but dies feeling hopeless because he believes he has no real magical aptitude. Even though he becomes a great hero, he always thinks his magical skills are average compared to others. However, 400 years later, he is reincarnated into the same world with all of his memories intact. The twist is that magic has declined dramatically over the centuries. Techniques that were once considered basic have been lost, and knowledge that used to be common is now viewed as extraordinary. When Eptal enrolls in a modern magic academy, he quickly realizes that the standards of the new era are far lower than those of his time. The abilities that once earned him ridicule now make him stand out as a genius. Blending reincarnation, academy life, and a changing magical world now make him the most powerful and unmatched mage alive. The failed Sage's Academy domination, also known internationally as From Overshadowed to Overpowered, offers an interesting take on the fantasy genre. This anime brilliantly subverts the tropes of romantic school anime, whose stories tend to be monotonous. Kaiju Girl Caramelize has a truly unique appeal because it combines two concepts that are usually at odds: sweet school romance and the action-packed tokusatsu of destructive giant monster. The story centers on Kuroe Akaishi, a shy high schooler student who suffers from a very strange and rare condition. Whenever her emotions run high, like when she's nervous, blushing, or falling in love, she suddenly transforms into a kaiju that's capable of destroying a city. Things get tricky when the popular boy in class, Arata Minami, starts showing interest in her. Kuroe must fight hard to control her heartbeat and her feelings of love to prevent massive destruction all around her. Watching her juggle her monster secret while trying to impress Arata adds an exciting twist, all wrapped in a humorous and cute narrative. Riding the wave of interest sparked by Solo Leveling, this series features an ambitious and manipulative main character who knows the future and is determined to gather powerful artifacts to establish himself come out on top in the battle of the greatest conquerors of history. Manhwa adaptations are also continuing to make waves in the anime industry through Tomb Raider King. The story centers on a protagonist who knows the future and uses that knowledge to collect legendary relics before they fall into anyone else's hands. What makes the series particularly interesting is that each relic possesses unique abilities and even its own personality, creating battles that rely not only on raw power, but also on strategy. Following the success of manhwa adaptations in recent years, many fans are hoping Tomb Raider King can follow in the footsteps of its successful predecessors. The treasure hunting aspect also adds a sense of high-stake adventure, with every new relic introducing fresh challenges, rival factions, and unexpected twists. Despite being a failed and unpopular manga, it actually succeeded in getting an anime adaptation. The title of this anime is Black Torch. The story centers on Jiro Azuma, a rebellious teenager of ninja descent who possesses the unique ability to talk to animals. His life changes completely after he rescues a black cat named Rago, who turns out to be a legendary spirit Mononoke with immense power. In order to survive attacks from evil monsters, the two are forced to merge their bodies and souls. The transfer also grants him great supernatural powers that complement his own shinobi fighting style. Jiro is then drawn into a secret war against dangerous spiritual entities that threaten humanity. It's surprising that although the manga was not very popular at first, the anime adaptation stands out for its excellent animation and has received a lot of praise from viewers. So what are you waiting for? If you are looking for some great shonen action this year, this anime is definitely worth checking out. Before we get to the top picks, here are a few honorable mentions you might want to check out. First up is Fool Knight. Imagine a future world where the Earth is shrouded in thick clouds, the sun no longer shines, plants have died, and oxygen is running out. To survive, humans have discovered a technology called fluoromorphosis, which transforms the human body into a plant so it can produce oxygen. Fool Knight, made by Sunrise and Shaft Studios, is a fantasy drama set in a dark, post-apocalyptic world. Next is an adaptation of a legendary classic RPG. The anime version of Gensu Suikoden is set to be a big highlight of fall 2026. It follows a young man and his friend Jowie as they get caught up in the fight between the Highland Kingdom and the city-states of Jousttown. When the war ends and peace returns, they believe the trouble is over, but peace doesn't last, and a new conflict slowly starts to appear. Next up is Sekiro: No Defeat. Based on the hit game Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, this anime is set in Sengoku-era Japan during a time of war. The Ashina domain is about to fall, and a mysterious child called the Divine Heir becomes a key player in the great conflict. A nameless shinobi, known only as Sekiro, is given the job of protecting him. With the game's reputation for tough challenges, stealth, and fast sword fights, this anime could bring some seriously intense samurai action and boss battles that are tough to beat. And finally, Jurassic Shadows. This is the latest original action anime from Norihiro Naganuma, who also directed The Apothecary Diaries. The story is about ninjas fighting dinosaurs, mixed with Kesho elements for an exciting fantasy battle. Set in a high-tech future full of secrets, dinosaurs that everyone thought were extinct are actually still alive and hiding among people. The ninjas uses a mysterious power which can awaken the power of dinosaurs within the human body. Now, humans and dinosaurs must fight to see who will survive for the existence of life. This anime stands out for its stunning visual qualities, featuring extremely detailed facial expressions, beautiful hair movement, and an aesthetic color palette. Although the story is quite mainstream, with its themes of betrayal and leveling systems, it sets a new standard for the modern isekai genre. Elymas loses his noble status after obtaining the Heavy Knight class, which is widely regarded as a failure and completely useless. The reality, however, is very different. Armed with memories from his previous life, he knows that the class actually hides extraordinary potential that no one has ever fully understood. Rather than relying on instant power-ups, the anime focuses on understanding systems, character optimization, and progression strategies, making the protagonist's journey feel far more rewarding. Viewers who enjoy detailed world-building and carefully planned character growth may find this series especially appealing, as success comes from knowledge and preparation rather than luck. The Ghost in the Shell franchise stands as a major influence in global cyberpunk and sci-fi animation. Starting with the groundbreaking 1995 film and continuing with the latest TV anime from Science Saru in July 2026, the series keeps exploring big questions about human consciousness, or the ghost, inside a cybernetic body. Unlike Mamoru Oshii's serious take, the 2026 version goes back to Masamune Shirow's original manga style, mixing humor, lively team interactions, and a suspenseful cyber thriller packed with action. The story takes place in Japan in 2029, where cybernetic technology has developed quickly. Most people now enhance their bodies with robotic parts called cybernetic implants. In this world, Motoko Kusanagi is the mysterious and enigmatic main character who leads a special forces team made up of powerful cyborgs. As she follows each clue, she realizes that the answer to her philosophical questions lies with the mysterious hacker she is chasing. Just like CR7 is in high demand among football clubs, Kagurabachi is making waves in the manga world. Its rising popularity suggests it could be the next big shonen hit in the coming decade. While fans are eager for a stellar first adaptation, top studios like MAPPA and WIT Studio are busy with other projects. Studio Sippic ultimately snagged the chance to animate Kagurabachi, beating stiff competition. This studio is known for amazing action scenes and stunning visuals. It worked on titles like The Summer Hikaru Died, featuring dark aesthetics and a gripping plot, and Uma Musume, famous for impressive sports visuals. The exciting teaser showcases intricate movements and dynamic swordplay that elevate the intense action. With global buzz surrounding it, Kagurabachi is poised to trend online when it premieres. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video until the very last moment. If you enjoyed what you saw, I would love it if you could give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Your support really means a lot and will help our community expand and flourish. Have a nice day, everyone. I'm signing out, and peace.